Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. This is our lecture for chemistry class 8th, and today we are going to start the next chapter, that is chapter number 3, and it's the periodic table and periodicity of properties. Before starting the chapter, there is an important announcement, and it is that it's mandatory for all the students to submit their assignments for promotion to next classes. The assignments that are being given to you are very important, and you have to complete them and then submit them through AIS. We are keeping the record of all the assignments that the students are submitting, and they will be used for their promotion in the next classes. So complete all the assignments of, there is no need to complete this, there is no need to submit the assignments of round 1 now. Start completing the assignments of round 2 and submit them so that you will be promoted on the basis of those assignments to the next classes. Okay, now let's start the chapter. Okay, what is the periodic table? Periodic table is actually a table which contains the elements in it, and these elements are arranged in a specific manner. There were, by the end of the 18th century, there were very few elements there, that were only 23 elements were discovered, and then later on by 1925 there were 88 elements, and today there are 109 elements, but actually there are 119 elements that have been discovered. And if you, in our textbook, the periodic table which is drawn is having 118 elements, but actually if you get a handout of periodic table, printed handout from any stationery shop, you will see that it will have 118 elements in it. 119th element, that is ecafrancium, is also has also been discovered, but it's not included in the periodic table till now. Okay, so it's, periodic table is a very important tool in the chemistry, and it's very useful in understanding the physical and chemical properties of the elements. So by knowing the place of an element in the periodic table, we become able to find out its properties also. Okay, so that's why this table is very important to know about the properties of the different elements. Otherwise it's very difficult to remember the physical and chemical properties of all the elements. So with the help of this periodic table, it becomes a bit easier. A table showing systematic arrangement of elements is called the periodic table. There is a specific arrangement of elements, and the elements are arranged in order of their increasing atomic number. Now, what is the atomic number? Atomic number is the number of protons, and it is specific for a specific element. Atomic number of a specific element cannot be changed. Okay, so these all the elements are arranged on the basis of their atomic number, on the basis of the number of the protons in them. And there is a specific law on the basis of which these elements are arranged, and it says that if the elements are arranged in order of their increasing atomic number, their properties are repeated in a periodic manner. Like, when the atomic number is gradually increasing, the properties of the elements are also gradually changing in a repeated manner. Like, after some time, these properties are repeating for the next element. Okay, this periodic table was arranged on the basis of atomic number, because if the elements are arranged on the basis of their atomic mass, their atomic mass can be changed for some elements. Like, if there are isotopes for some elements, their atomic masses will be different. So the elements cannot be arranged on the basis of the atomic mass. Now, there are the periods and the groups of the elements in this periodic table. We can see the arrangements in two ways. Like, one is the horizontal arrangement, that is from left to right, and one is the vertical arrangement, that is from top to bottom. Elements are arranged in order of their increasing atomic numbers, and elements are listed from left to right and from top to bottom. From left to right means horizontal, and from top to bottom means it is the vertical arrangement. Okay, the horizontal rows of the periodic table are called periods. When you move from left to right, it means you are moving along the period. Okay, the horizontal rows of the periodic table are called the periods. Okay, And there are 7 periods in the periodic table. First 3 are short periods and remaining are called long periods, because first 3 are having less number of elements and the other periods are having more number of periods. First period number 1 is having only 2 elements. Then period number 2 is having 8 elements, and so on. So you can find the number of elements in each period in the periodic table. Okay. Now, if you look at the periodic table, look at this. The first element is hydrogen. Hydrogen has atomic number 1. So it is present at place 1 in the periodic table. Then comes the helium. So elements are arranged periodically, like from in the horizontal way, from left to right. First is having atomic number 1. Then helium, it has atomic number 2. It has 2 protons, so it is present on second position in the periodic table. Then comes the lithium. Its atomic number is 3. Then comes the beryllium. Its atomic number is 4. Then atomic number 5 is, that's B, is the symbol of boron, and it has 5 atomic number, so it is present at number 5th place in the periodic table. Then carbon, nitrogen, oxygen. Okay, all the elements are arranged on the basis of their atomic number. Okay, first period, that is having hydrogen and helium, this is period number 1. Then second period is having lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine and neon. Okay, this is period number 2. From you, if you will be asked to tell the name of the elements of period number 2, then you have to tell about the second row. Okay, from left to right, horizontal. Okay. Okay, the elements that have similar properties lie in the same column. Okay, same column means from top to bottom, and from top to bottom arrangement is called, not from left to right. Left to right arrangement was called the periods. Top to bottom arrangement is called the group. The properties of elements within a period change gradually, but when we move from one period to next, the pattern of properties within a period repeats. Say, first is hydrogen. It is not included in any group or period because it has different properties, but because of having number 1 atomic number, it is present in at place 1. Then comes the lithium and sodium. Lithium is present in period number 2 and sodium is present in period number 3. Li is the symbol of lithium and Na is the symbol of sodium. Lithium and sodium have same properties. Okay, so the thing that is said, that the properties of elements within a period change gradually. Within a period means lithium has different properties than beryllium. Within a period, they both are present in period number 2, but their properties are different. But when the next period starts, the first element of the next period has similar properties to the first element of the last period. That is, the lithium and sodium and potassium have similar properties, but the properties within a period change gradually. But every element which is present below the element of the last period is having properties similar to it. Okay, now elements with same properties lie in the same column in the periodic table. That I have told you, that the elements with the same properties, lithium, sodium, potassium, these all are present in the same column. Beryllium, magnesium, calcium, BeMgCa, they are present in the same column and they are having same properties, similar properties. Okay, and these columns, or the vertical columns, means from top to bottom, the vertical columns of the elements in the periodic table is called a group or family. Okay, the horizontal were called the periods and the vertical columns are called the groups. Group A elements are normal or representative elements, and group B are called the transition elements. This periodic table is divided into two halves. One are the group A elements and other are the group 2. Look at the hydrogen and beryllium, they are present in 1A, 2A. Then these middle elements are the transition elements, and then comes the 3A, 4A, 5A, 6A, 7A, 8A. These all the groups which are having A with them are the group A elements, and they are called the normal elements or representative elements, and all others are called the transition elements. Group 1A elements are called alkali metals. Group 2A elements are called alkaline earth metals. Now the elements in the periodic table in the groups, the names of the groups are named on the basis of the types of the elements, because each group is having similar elements in it. So group 1A elements are called the alkali metals. All the lithium, sodium, potassium, these are the metals, so they are called the alkali metals. And group 2A are, that was, look at the elements beryllium, magnesium, calcium, these are called the alkaline earth metals. Similarly, group 7A elements are called the halogens. Group 8A elements are called the noble gases. Group 8A elements do not take part in chemical reactions, so they are called the noble gases because their outermost shell is complete, that is they have the completed outermost shell. That's why there is no requirement of participating in the chemical reactions. Okay, so these elements and groups are very important. Actually, first of all, the periodic table was arranged on the basis of the atomic masses. And in John Newland, if you look at the Society, Technology and Science on page number 45, it is given the it is telling about the history of the periodic table. Okay, like first of all, the elements were arranged on the basis of their atomic masses. But then later was it was noticed that every 18th element starting from any point has similar properties. Few rows of his arrangement are shown below. Look at the table, there is given, but it was having many mistakes in it, many problems in it, because of the presence of the atomic masses. Properties were being different from one to the other. Okay, so that's why later on in 1869, Mendeleev, a Russian chemist, developed a classification scheme of the elements. He recognized that if the elements were placed in order of their increasing atomic masses, the properties of elements are repeated at a regular interval. He arranged 65 elements. Okay, then in the in periods and groups. So the arrangement of the periods and group was done previously, but the arrangement of the elements in the groups and periods on the basis of atomic number was the best decision, and it is a very proper arrangement of element, that is through their atomic numbers. Okay, so the periods and groups, they are study all the topic and study the topics properly from the book, and learn about the groups and the periods. You have studied about the electronic configuration. Even by knowing, but just by doing the electronic configuration, you will be able to find out the group number and the period number of each element. Okay, so it is very easier to find out the place of an element in the periodic table. Just you have to first name the elements, and by after practicing the electronic configuration, after practicing the names of the elements in the groups and the periods, you will automatically remember the place of many elements in the periodic table. Okay, so complete learn the whole all the topics, all the pages thoroughly, and then complete all the assignments. Activity 3.1, you have to do the activity 3.1, that is identifying the group and the period of an element. It is very simple, and after studying the topic, it will be very easier for you to complete it. Okay, all the tasks that are given in the assignments are mandatory to be completed. Okay, there is, you have to choose and there is also a very interesting activity that you have to choose an element and then you have to search about it on the internet. This periodic table is very interesting. There are especially the groups and the periods and the representative elements They are very interesting to learn, and by knowing the only the atomic number, by knowing only the atomic number, you can find out the place of the element in the periodic table, its physical and chemical properties, even and its place in the periodic table, and its elements which are having similar properties to it. You can get all the knowledge only by knowing simply the place of this element in the periodic table or its atomic number. Okay, so complete all the written tasks and oral tasks given in the assignments and then submit them on AIS, because they are very important, and your promotion to next classes will be decided on the basis of these assignments. Okay, so thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.